But what this defendant has done has killed me inside. He's killed a lot of us inside.
20 years old and ordered to spend the next 29 years in prison, Adrian Avila pleaded guilty to 3 crimes today, and 2 of them were murder.
He killed one young man during a robbery in 2020, and then another less than a year later in another attempted robbery. And both of those victims' families shared their heartbreak and overall frustration in court today. Julie Frendak has been following this case since it really started unraveling in 2021. Julie, I mean, it's had plenty of twists and turns, and the most recent, of course, was today's plea hearing.
Yeah, the family of one of Avila's victims told me they begged for this to go to trial, for the chance for more prison time, but a judge accepted that 29-year plea today. This case also involved questions about ankle monitors and early proof of our community's issue with offenders only getting younger. 20-year-old Adrian Avila sat in court Tuesday, pleading guilty to crimes he committed when he was 16.
How do you wish to plead to those 3 charges?
Guilty.
2 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of kidnapping. The first murder happened in August of 2020. He and 3 co-defendants shot and killed Donnie Brandon during a robbery at an Albuquerque park.
What's so concerning about Adrian is not just that he's willing to make these rash decisions, that he's demonstrated that he really has very little appreciation for human life.
Donnie's pregnant girlfriend witnessed that crime. Her dad spoke in court Tuesday.
After the birth of their baby girl, she had a psychological breakdown, and we lost my daughter to self-medicating with drugs and alcohol, which ultimately led her to living on the streets.
He credited Avila with creating an orphan.
Because of the senseless and cowardly act by these individuals, the beautiful little girl lost her daddy and mommy.
Avila committed the 2 other crimes in February of 2021. He worked with a girl to kidnap Nicholas Otero and try to rob him. They drove Nicholas at gunpoint to his brother's house for money and a gun, where Avila shot and killed Elias Otero.
I will never understand how anyone could be so cold to rob people for material things and their dignity. Making a choice to take someone's life is unexcusable.
Elias's parents spoke in court, along with cousins, family friends, and other members of the New Mexico Crusaders for Justice.
In this situation, Your Honor, there are no winners, but the family of Elias Otero has suffered the greatest loss.
Alicia Otero co-founded the Crusaders group shortly after her son's murder, dedicating her time to changing laws and helping other families through heartbreak.
I have prayed for my pain to go away, but I don't believe that's ever going to happen. I lost Elias, and now I feel like I'm losing my son, Nicholas. It's not fair.
The defense pointed out Avila won't be out of jail until well into his 40s, saying this is a sign he's taking responsibility.
It is inaccurate to say that this plea agreement reflects Mr. Avila not taking accountability or facing consequences. I'd suggest it is the opposite.
Avila spoke briefly on his own behalf.
I know that I hurt a lot of people, the families, my family, and I'm sorry for that. I take full responsibility and ask for forgiveness from all y'all.
Forgiveness we don't know if these families will ever grant.
How is this justice on a plea deal? I just don't understand it. You take a life, you deserve life.
Judge David Murphy ended today's hearing by saying both victims did not need to die, and Avila is directly responsible for their deaths. Prosecutors also said Avila is still, to this day, a potential suspect in other homicides. Tessa?
Wow, such a long road for those families, that's for sure. Julie, thanks.